I like to give people a chance to acclimate, get familiar with the format, and feel very confident in their plays before I put them on camera for all of us to witness in a feature match. But we may be seeing some burn decks on stream soon. All right, so the life counter is a little bit blown out. We will do our best to keep up with that. No big deal. We've seen on stream recently a couple of people that have, made their debuts on camera and made some small mistakes. It's not a big deal. It doesn't bother me. I don't think it bothers a lot of our viewers, but I want people to feel confident and, not like they're going to embarrass themselves when they play on camera, because there's a lot of people watching. So, yeah. All right. Korean Ranger on Marat's side. Marat is starting off with a... Well, I guess the Korean Ranger is actually in hand. Not really sure. Okay, the Korean Ranger is in hand. That was a little bit confusing, but Dryad Arbor found off a Green Sun Zenith, actually, is the turn one play for Marat. And we're off to an exciting start here. Reclaimer versus Dryad Arbor. And I really like both basics for both players. Which player has better basics so far, chat? Does anybody know? And there's only... This is not your opinion. I want to know what the correct answer is. There are no opinions in Magic, as all of you know.
I'll play with Seiju. Pass. Turn.
Seiju pass for Ryan Fisher. Glimpse to start the turn for Marat. Here's the Korean Ranger and draw. Untapping Dryad Arbor. Returning the Forest. Heritage Druid, draw a card.
So 1 mana floater. Cast Revenue, target children.
Cast.
Marat going off here. We see a Heritage Druid, Nettle Sentinel getting untapped. Drawing a card off each from Glimpse of Nature and the mana available being kept track of in the center of the board. Another Glimpse from Marat. This is how the Elves decks can go off. We haven't seen an Elves Mirror on 90s MTG for a long time. But we're seeing how these matchups can go. One deck just kind of goes off, and the game could end right this turn. Let's see.
There you go.
All right, Marat passes the turn. So Ryan still has a chance, but facing down a lot of creatures and a lot of mana, obviously. Marat can hard cast a Crater Hoof next turn. Would have to tap all the creatures, but has enough mana. All right. Ryan scoops it up for game one, so we're going to sideboards already. Pick those up. All right, one card going on the bottom for Ryan. Misty Rainforest and Green Sun Zenith. All right, so this game, Ryan will start off with an extra mana, Dryad Arbor. Fetch to Bayou.
Alright, so Dark Ritual on the stack.
Verdant Catacombs.
Yeah.
Found off of the Once Upon a Time.
Mon, sorry myself.
Let's play this.
Yep.
Same deal for the forest.
Sure.
And then I'll say go.
Same deal, says Marat. Getting a Dryad Arbor.
You got it.
It's an Elvish Visionary. Sorry about the glare. Elvish Visionary, draw a card for Ryan. Both players are very experienced with the Elves archetype. Ryan, a specialist of the deck, I would say. And a big collector of Elves. I'll share a link in the chat. Let me see if I could quickly find this. Lano World Elves _Elves is the Instagram for Ryan Fisher's Llanowar Elves global set. Go check that out if you're a collector of rare magic cards. Very neat.
No. Are you sure?
Sometimes.
It's up to you. I was waiting for you to mulligan and then go back.
Second Nettle Sentinel for Marat. So 3 creatures.
Go ahead.
4 creatures, actually.
Glimpse.
You got it.
And now a glimpse for Ryan. Let's see how far this can go. Plays a Birchlore Rangers. Tapping the Visionary and Birchlore. Cast a Wirewood Symbiote. A little bit of glare in that exact spot. That's okay. Returns the Birchlore to untap Dryad Arbor, cast Birchlore again, draw a card.
So Sage. Why was symbiote?
Another Wirewood Symbiote. Pretty good. Uses the second Wirewood Symbiote. So both symbiotes have been used in recasting the Birchlore using the Dryad Arbor and passing the turn. So both players' glimpses kind of dissipated after drawing a couple of cards. I would say with the 2 Wirewood Symbiotes on the board, maybe Ryan's slightly ahead, but the Nettle Sentinels are pretty good on Marat's side as well. This match can really go either way at the moment. Uro in the chat saying, I know very few Elves players that do not exclusively play Elves in Legacy. Yeah, I guess the deck is complicated enough where it takes a lot of reps to really start winning with it. And the people who love the archetype really love it and stick with it. And I think with decks like Elves, there is some advantage from being really experienced with the deck. And the deck is, I mean, obviously Elves, like everybody that plays, you know, a even small amount of Legacy knows Elves is a deck you got to watch out for. But I guess if you play it so infrequently sometimes where you can make some mistakes. The deck can be somewhat hard to play against. Which elf do you kill? Which spells do you counter? Do you counter something now or hope they don't end up with an Allosaurus Shepherd later and turn your counter spells off, etc. All right, Elvish Visionary.
Gonna be good. I can't stop.
All right, so Visionary, 2 Nettle Sentinels, Korean Ranger, and Dryad Arbor on the board for Marat. On Ryan's side, it's a Visionary, which is stuck in the glare, 2 Wirewood Symbiotes, a Birchlar Rangers, and a Dryad Arbor. And the land is a Boseiju and a Bayou. End step, return the Visionary to hand, did Ryan there, using one of the Symbiotes. All right, another glimpse for Ryan. It's pretty good. See the other Visionary here and draw 2. Yep. Tapping Birchlore and Visionary, casting a Shepherd, a very nice looking foil Double Masters 2 Shepherd. Very nice. So the 2 Symbiotes in the glare. Visionary and Birchlore tapped. It seems like Ryan might be passing the turn. Nope, still thinking. Still has 2 Symbiotes to use this turn.
I was on the play, but it was like the best one.
Cradle.
Playing Cradle. Okay, so this is a key card here. Not just in the matchup, but in the deck in general. Gaia's Cradle now makes 7 mana. 6 mana. 6 mana. Casting another Glimpse. That was another Glimpse put off to the side. Birchlar Rangers draw 2. 2 Glimpses so far this turn.
I'll add a green. From a shepherd.
Yep.
Use the green I added.
Recast the Shepherd, draw 2. Looks like Marat indicating there's 4 green mana left from the Cradle.
Well, you counted my spot.
Or you play Brawl. I really want to play Brawl. They don't have cows?
No, they don't. No, they're hilarious.
See a Green Sun Zenith in hand.
I know. No. Those guys are just for any.
I'm just look at the top of the cards if you deck shuffle.
In the first 3 turns, I shuffle 3 times. And the second, I shuffle 4 times.
2, 3, 5. Oh, green sun for 1. Okay.
Green Sun for 1. Maybe Heritage Druid? Or Korean Ranger. It's one of those. Heritage Druid it is. I guess Ranger wouldn't really do much in this situation. Heritage Druid seems to make the most sense. So now able to make 3 more mana, which would be 5.
I want to play it on turn 1. Yeah, I'm fine with this separate construction.
5.
But it makes me worse against it.
Use the other symbiote to return the higher Heritage Druid. You play Heritage Druid.
Because they have a 2. Dolly's also better against me.
I'll play Reclaimer.
4 mana floating now, I believe. Marat's indicating 3, but I think it's actually 4. I don't know.
I mean, they draw their turn.
That's for black.
Spirit's also non-battle.
I'll duress you.
There's a duress. That answers Zach and Flame's question in the chat. Marat's hand 3 lands, 3 Allosaurus Shepherds, and I believe an Elvish Reclaimer?
Natural order. Sacrifice the I guess.
Natural Order getting cast here for Ryan, a Japanese Mystical Archive edition. There's Crater Hoof.
Yeah. 14. 14.
And those
24.
guys. Yeah.
All right, Crater Hoof finishes off Marat here in game 2. We're going to game 3. Quite a turn there for Ryan. Unchecked, as you can see, these Elves decks can just go off. Just have a crazy turn. All right, we're underway for game 3. Fetching with Vertic Catacombs. Getting an Ice Age Foil Forest. Arena promo. That's an arena promo, right? I know if I say the word arena, some of you get really upset with me, but it's a different arena. It's a different arena. Everybody relax. Korean Ranger comes down. Wooded Foothills into Thoughtseize. All right, so Thoughtseize to start the game for Ryan. Double Visionary, double Korean Ranger, and then Heritage Druid. Heritage Druid gets thrown in the trash.
Do you mind 17? Yeah. Sorry. I'm lazy. I don't want to run it down. Go ahead. Yeah. You're at 16.
Play this.
Yeah. Oh my god, another Heritage?
I'm gonna do the Korean
Oh my god. You're on the beatdown now. I'm scared. Go ahead.
All right, triple Korean Ranger for Marat. Green Sun Zenith.
Go ahead.
All right, finds a Dryad Arbor.
I'm at 13.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep.
All right, plays a Visionary that wasn't one of the 2 Visionaries that Ryan knew about, so that's a little bit of a flex.
So this book is like
Alright, how's this?
produced by Wolverine, and you sell it for $50. But when it came out, one of my coworkers, that?
230. That works.
All right, a glimpse resolves for Ryan. Here's Heritage Druid, draw a card. Here's Gaia's Cradle, make 2 mana. Birchlaw Rangers, draw a card. 1 floating. Allosaurus Shepherd, draw a card. Heritage Druid will now be able to make 3 mana.
2 green.
Another Heritage Druid, draw a card. 2 mana floating.
You're gonna be
1
that
green.
way.
0 green.
Cast reanimate.
3 green.
That was a 0.
2 green.
Makes 3 green, plays a Birchlaw, 2 left. Plays another Allosaurus Shepherd, 1 left. Birchlaw and Allosaurus can add a mana now, which Ryan appears to want to use. Thoughtseize, revealing Symbiote and Nettle Sentinel in hand.
Play 2 mana. If you rip Heritage, if you rip Glimpse of Nature, I'm not super scared. Can't really do a lot of shenanigans. Oh, you can replay. If you hit Heritage Druid, you can only get 1 probably.
Ryan thinking this through, the decision comes down to Nettle Sentinel or Wirewood Symbiote, it looks like.
Just that one result, and that guy's
I think I take the symbiote.
all the people.
I like taking the Symbiote there. I mean, I'm no Elves player, but that feels correct to me. And yes, with the Gaia's Cradle on the board side, Norna in the chat is correct. Murad has to pull something big or dies next turn. The Allosaurus Shepherd can turn all of them into 5/5 dinosaurs in attack, and that would just be game over, basically. Romelito says, "Hola, Chris. How is your local meta? More control combo? Do you track win-loss rates?" So I don't keep track win-loss rates. I mean, I post some updates in the Discord as far as the standings and whatnot from our weekly events, but I don't really keep stats. But the metagame at my local shop is mostly control or tempo. Let's just put those fair blue and combo. A lot of Reanimator, a lot of Storm usually, stuff like that. Although we haven't seen Storm very much in recent weeks. But, yeah. It's definitely not the case where you walk in and half the room is Delver. That is not the case. We usually have 2 Delver players and everyone else is on something else. Usually.
I'm trying to see if I can.
So I was.
I'll pass it to you. I can't do anything else right now. So
I'll take the guesswork.
There's Green Sun to get Crater Hoof. And it looks like that's match. Marat taken down.